Jizz Jiggler says, always be closing. Close on this artwork, Courtney.
Welcome to Cult Cinema Catacombs.
Can you tell? I'm ready. Yeah. I'm ready to learn about the second best miniseries about Alice in Wonderland.
I am. On the last episode, I said I think I've seen this, and I still think I've seen this, but I think I was remembering the Jabberwocky television special.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? So I'm
well,
sure
there are some scenes with this that you'll probably go, "Oh yeah, I remember that." I mean, the big one is, and the reason why we're doing this is because it has become into the zeitgeist again, thanks to Instagram and TikTok, mainly because of Carol Channing's performance in this thing. Welcome to Cult Cinema Catacombs, by the way, folks.
Shit, we let him say it. God,
damn it, we never got supposed to let him say it. I failed.
Before we continue, we got some house cleaning news. Our Discord is gone.
That's true.
Long story short, shenanigans happening at Discord we don't agree with. So we shut her down, but we are working on finding a new place to do the Taffy Pit screening. I actually have a prospect in mind, and there's no charge for it, which is nice. So find us on our Facebook group or on Blue Sky to get more details and to find out when that's being announced. But yeah, we're not on Discord anymore, folks. So yeah. So,
and I think I speak for everyone when I say fuck Peter Thiel.
Oh yeah,
come for me, bitch.
Well, he's not going to come for you. He thinks that Greta Thunberg is the Antichrist, and he'll make you pay $2,000 to come to one of his speeches to explain that to you,
so that he can tell you about why Greta Thunberg is the Antichrist.
Yeah, so don't worry. He's got other things on his mind right now.
South Park nailed him. South Park nailed him when he was trying to understand the meaning behind 6-7.
Mm-hmm.
Totally nailed it.
All those dudes are just sitting in their dorm rooms in their freshman year of college, except they're all 65.
Yep.
And they're still doing it, and they never moved on.
Yep. It's disgusting. But anyway, yep. We'll figure it out.
So this is all con month, and usually it's pretty busy for us. So I usually try to not do as much during the month of all con. However, I decided it was time for us to go back and do a major television event. And because of this 1985 miniseries getting a resurgence thanks to online, for all the best reasons, because let's face it, there's some batshit insanity that happens in this thing. I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and watch all 187 minutes of this.
A lot of minutes.
It's crunch time for a con, so we're doing an easier episode that's somehow longer than when we do 3 episodes.
Well, the good news is that there is an obvious break between the two. So if you want to just watch part 1, which covers Alice in Wonderland, and then step away and come back and watch part 2, which covers Alice Through the Looking Glass, you can.
I think you greatly overestimate my sense of being able to not take breaks, just in general. How many times I pause and have to walk away.
This is a lot, though. I'm going to let you know right now. This thing is a lot. There have been so many goddamn adaptations of Alice in Wonderland that it's ridiculous. In the last Catacombs episode, Courtney, you mentioned the one with Tina Margarina. With
Tina
Majorino, yeah, which I remember that
ratatouille
one also.
from the movie Ratatouille on a pizza now.
You want the movie from the movie?
From the movie.
See, the only thing I remember from that one is not only the fact that they got the casting of the Mad Hatter correct with Martin Short, but just seeing the disturbingness that is Whoopi Goldberg's face on the Cheshire Cat.
Super creepy, super good.
Have you seen the Zooey Deschanel one, Courtney?
Hardest of passes.
We could watch it. I could put it up.
You could try to make me watch it, but you're gonna need one of those rigs like Clockwork Orange.
Okay.
Well, the good news is that in this version, the Cheshire Cat's
it.
the Cheshire Cat's being played by Telly Savalas. So we got Kojak as
Say it could still
the
be
Cheshire
worse.
Cat.
Seems like weird casting.
It's
Seems like weird casting to me.
No, the weirdest
Peter Falk
It's
is
getting a real serious fucking
the
dude.
weirdest casting in this whole thing is the casting of the Caterpillar, which is Sammy Davis Jr.
I think it's racist. There,
And
I'll
here's
say
the
it.
reason-
There, I said it.
I don't
Sarah
think you
said
can,
it.
I don't think anybody that cast him in anything wasn't doing it in a racist way. I'm
I
sorry.
don't think he lived a moment of his life without having to directly contend with racism.
That's right. I
And
don't either.
here is the reason why it's just so disturbing, because not only is he playing the Caterpillar, but he is also playing old Father Williams during the recitation
dad?
of the poem Old Father Williams. And
Why?
it's-
Did they double cast anyone else?
no, he's the only one that's been double cast.
I mean, when you can get
To what
when
end?
you can get Sammy Davis Jr.,
I guess.
you cast him in everything you can.
Kooky
No,
little
it's because
one-eyed
it's like
freak.
with the Caterpillar, he's just like sitting there in this Caterpillar suit, and they're like, okay, well, let's take this poem about this guy named Father Williams and let's make it an excuse to make Sammy Davis Jr. tap dance.
Yeah,
Yes,
again.
It's the rock and roll Ben Vereen thing all over again, is what it is.
Exactly.
Yes. You know, I was thinking about it randomly, and he absolutely would never have done this in his life. You know who should have played the Caterpillar when they had the chance? Is Jimi Hendrix. That would have been fucking
Yeah.
cool. That would
Yeah.
have been fucking cool.
It would have been perfect casting. Yeah.
I had a thought pertaining to nothing that we're
I'm
talking
excited.
about on this show, but we have been rewatching the Lord of the Rings movies.
Fuck yeah,
And
dude.
while
Yes, it's anniversary. You should.
we watch them every year. February
I
is
was about to
usually
say,
within
I
the
watch
Olympics
them all
got in
the
the
time.
way. We
I was
couldn't
gonna
get
say,
them all
let's
done.
face it, it's a perennial for me too.
But
so yeah.
But we were watching we watched the 3 Hobbit movies, and now we're moving into. But watching Ian McClellan, there's no one else you could cast in that role.
No,
Like,
not
it's
possible.
perfect. I can't imagine, but it is kind of a shame that these movies weren't made like 30 years before that in some capacity, where they could have cast Vincent Price in those roles.
Man, he would have been really good. He would have been
he
a
would've
good
been-
Saruman.
I was gonna say
just
Saruman would have
such
been
a
perfect.
bitch.
See, there's the alternate universe where they had Christopher Lee as Gandalf and then Vincent Price as Saruman.
Vincent Price would have
Such a
been a
bitch. It would have been
bitchy
so
Saruman.
fucking great. I mean, Gandalf has his fair share of bitchy,
Oh, absolutely.
Moment.
Shady bitch.
and there would have been more. That's my thing. There would have been so many more if you put Vincent Price in that role just through body language alone. It would have been great. Okay, back to this. Sorry.
Before we go back, have I mentioned that I have a coworker who's reading through the book for the first time, the Lord of the Rings book?
Really?
What?
Yes, and he found out real quick because he came up on me and he was like, "Oh, I love that necklace." I was like, "Oh, thanks." And it was wearing it's 3 different rings from Middle Earth, or like coins from Middle Earth on a chain. And he was like, "Oh, so you're into the Lord of the Rings?" I was like, "Yeah, you could say that."
You just crack your knuckles and
Yeah.
you're like, let me lay down
I was
some
like,
lore.
Let me ask you a question: is Stephen Colbert into the Lord of the Rings?
You pull out cardboard from somewhere, you open it up, you start cracking your knuckles. Put
Yeah.
on your
He starts
Adidas
experiencing
running
his
suit.
hero's journey at that
But now
point.
he walks by every day. We pass each other in a passing period, and he yells something that is completely inconceivable to everyone else. But I get it every time. He just passed by me on, I think it was Friday, passed by me and he was like, Denethor? Denethor. And I was like, Denethor? And I was walking with one of my other coworkers and she was like, Denethor, what are you talking about?
See, you got yourself now someone that you got a secret, you got yourself an
It's a
inside
whole
joke.
language now.
Yeah, you got
Anyways.
secret language. You got secret language.
Shout out to you, Falcon. I don't think you know that I have a podcast, but
But yeah, this thing is just literally the this
Shout
is
out
the
Eagle.
love. This is the love boat.
what's his
cat.
name? His name
Are we
is
just
Falcon.
doing birds? Right,
No, we
right.
just
Shout
had-
out a bird.
He just
Shout
has
out
a
a bird,
cool ass
boy.
name.
Birdcast.
But this is literally the love boat cast of
Yeah.
Really
people,
it is.
because you just really got people who just come out of nowhere, like, really? Okay, like Merv Griffin. You're like, oh,
That's another one that I was like, we're casting him in like full on acting. That's weird.
that's Merv Griffin.
I don't think he does a lot.
I think the youngest person in this cast,
Well, I hope it's the
Other
person that plays Alice.
well, other than the girl who plays Alice, the youngest person in this cast is John Stamos.
Oh,
and
he
this
must have
came
been
out-
a little baby. This is what, 85?
Yeah, this came out the year before Never Too Young
Yeah,
to Die.
I was going to say it had to be close to Never Too Young to Die. Oh,
Well, I'm a little excited for that, just seeing a little baby.
like,
But another one of the most wildest castings in this film is another non-actor, and that is songwriter Anthony Newley as the Mad Hatter. This is the man who gave us the Candy Man from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He also collaborated with John Barry on the song Goldfinger, from the Bond film and everything.
So he does both sides of the spectrum, but nothing in the middle.
Yeah.
I bet they got Jonathan Winters first,
Mm-hmm.
because Jonathan Winters would do anything. So they got Jonathan Winters first, and then they started using that as the net to drag more people in. And really, half of this cast is like the rock and roll cast, because it's the last gasp.
Well, yeah,
of
and
their
you can like
career
connect.
cast.
You can connect like a thread from Winters to Straight
Mhm.
and build the web from there.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, there has been so many adaptations of Alice in Wonderland. Some of the most famous ones, of course, is the Disney one. There was one that also
I'll be the one to say it. The Disney one's boring.
There was one that
There, I
came
said
out in 1972. That the only big thing that the film is known for is that the woman who played Alice, she went on to become a Bond girl, basically.
Okay.
But
we definitely know all of their names.
yeah,
To this day, for
But
sure,
the
all
big-
of them, especially the
but
Roger
the-
Moore ones.
but the biggest casting in this movie, the one that she was in, was playing the role of the Mad Hatter, was Peter Sellers.
That's
Okay.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we had Peter Sellers. No, sorry, not the Mad Hatter, but he played the March Hare. So we had Peter Sellers as the March Hare.
So he had less to do, which is less fun.
Then we also had Dudley Moore as the Dormouse. But we also
Again,
had,
seems like a waste of the man.
but because
The
this
man's
is
asleep.
because this was a musical.
Yes.
It was an
Celebrity for
Arthur.
You
And
need a
this-
celebrity for that.
So this was a musical. This was 1972 when this version came out.
Speaking of the Lord of the Rings, big year.
Playing the role of the White Rabbit was Michael Crawford, and this was
Name if I've ever heard one.
Phantom Michael. This is pre-Phantom Michael Crawford. And so when he's performing as the White Rabbit, it's the squeaky Hello Dolly voice that's coming out of his mouth when he's singing, instead of the voice that we all know. from Phantom
So,
of
well,
the
that's a
Opera.
shame. He's
Then
gone. Bye, Andy.
Andrew's like, no,
He's
I'm
done.
gone.
He's
I'm
not
gone.
having me talking shit about that Hello Dolly voice. Oh shit, he's got a binder.
Yep. He's
Oh,
got
God.
a binder with
No,
no.
it's a framed object.
This Michael Crawford?
Yes, that Michael
This one?
Crawford. Yes. I am still upset that framed photo does not have any of Sarah Brightman's eyes on it.
I know.
She doesn't deserve to have her eyes on the
It's
image.
weird. It's weird for this reason. First of all, I researched it, and Andrew Lloyd Webber commissioned these to be made.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
a little fucking weirdo.
He's a
That's what
fucking
he
weirdo.
was.
And then it's signed, and it's a lithograph, so it's not signed, but it's signed by Crawford and the guy that drew it. Why choose Crawford and the guy that
Why
not sign
only
it?
those two?
Yeah, why not sign it, Weber? What's going on,
like
buddy?
you wanted it so bad
You got it made.
because he's a little freaking weirdo.
Yeah, he's a little pervert.
He is.
Speaking of pervert,
Oh, good. I can't wait to see where this one's going.
the
In
most
the week where Andrew was arrested, not this Andrew, the big Andrew.
Yeah. How many
My
people in
mother is
the
the queen.
how many people in the cast of this movie are in the Epstein files? Roll?
Yeah, let's ask about that.
but-
Never green.
but in
I mean,
19,
that is evergreen.
It's
in-
never green. That's always there.
in 1976, a Hollywood studio came up with the idea of, hey, let's make a comedy musical adaptation of Alice in Wonderland. That's also a porn.
Well, sure.
Yeah, that was the beginning of an era that to my knowledge, has never left.
Yeah.
Long
yeah,
and
pretty
storied
much.
tradition of making musical pornography for reasons unknown.
This will be an adaptation we will never watch. On the
Documentary
show,
month's
by the
coming.
way. No, this will be a version of the movie of Alice in Wonderland we'll never watch on the show because
You don't want to make me watch pornography because
No,
you're my friend?
I needed a Silkwood shower after watching this one because
I
was
want to make
just
you
like-
watch pornography because you're my friend. What?
it's like the whole Queen of Hearts. And it's
fine,
just
it's
like
fine.
instead of it being off with her head, it was you need to give me some head.
Of course it was.
Yeah, and I'm just like, of course we're going there. Of course.
Do it.
Yeah. Woo. I know I'm sitting down, but I gotta put my hands on my knees and
But the sad part is that the Alice in Wonderland X-rated pornographic musical comedy made $90 million in the box office
seems like a lot for the
on
time.
a budget of $500,000.
That seems like a lot of budget for the time.
Yeah.
So
For what it was, absolutely.
Remember when we
yeah.
were all talking about that What About Pirates that had the biggest budget ever in like the 2000s?
Yes. Cutthroat Island. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, yes, that one, the pornography one.
But make it porn.
But they did, and they spent a whole shitload of money on it, and that's all everyone was talking about when I was in college.
Really?
Please don't make me watch that either.
Yeah, no. So
I
the
remember
other
the big thing when I was in college was a World of Warcraft porn that people made that was like
Jesus.
I
super
remember
high
what-
quality, like that same idea, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They did the real cosplay and shit.
Yeah,
I
good
remember.
CG.
Yeah.
I
Yikes.
remember one of them for me was a porn parody of Star Trek: The Next Generation, and it was literally called Sex Trek: The Next Penetration.
I mean,
Yeah, and it was almost clever.
yeah, it's right there. You might as well.
So much was left on the table, both
Yeah.
in the pornography and in the writer's room.
So one other thing, going back to this version of Alice in Wonderland, one other thing that's worth noting about this version of Alice in Wonderland is the producer. It was produced by Irwin Allen,
Yeah.
the man who gave us such disaster movies like The Poseidon Adventure, The Towering Inferno. He also gave us the TV show Lost in Space. So he knows how to do a production. So this movie doesn't look cheap.
Sure.
That's cool.
So that's the good.
We
that's
got a
the
little
good news.
distracted.
Why does
Dude,
Irwin
it's
Allen? Why has Irwin Allen came up like 30 times in the past 3 weeks?
It's weird.
Yeah.
It is
It's-
weird.
Seems like a thing that we would
Did you tell
know
Doran?
we were doing.
Did you tell Doran that I said Irwin Allen did it better when he was when we were talking about whatever we were talking about?
I don't remember what we were talking about, so I could not properly deliver the joke. I
Again.
apologize.
Every 3 months I say this. I'm going to say it again. I will bring the movie Free Enterprise to this show. It will happen.
I can't wait. Get Doran on the show. I don't know if Doran listens to this or any podcast, but hi, Doran, if you're listening.
Maybe we'll get him on if we ever do Sex Trek: The Next Penetration.
Oh, Jesus
Maybe
Christ.
not. No,
probably not.
no.
I don't want to
No.
scar my friend.
No. Yeah, we
I
won't
do.
do that.
He's a sweet person who has very strong opinions about sci-fi, and that seems like a bad choice.
There's a gauntlet. There's a gauntlet. You
Yeah,
have
he
to-
needs to. You can't just start him there. That's like pushing somebody off a cliff. He's not Thelma, nor is he Louise.
So, are we ready? Speaking of going off a cliff, are we ready to watch this epic?
Yep.
Alrighty. We'll be right back after we
One.
watch
to make
all-
it small.
3+ hours of 1985's
Oof.
adaptation of Alice in Wonderland.
I don't
Over
want
the
to do
course of
anything
godness.
for 3 hours.
I don't either.
I don't want to do anything for 3
I barely
hours
sleep
long.
for 3 hours at a time.
There's something to say for hatred, for rudeness, and for spite. Oh no, my friend, we can't pretend that everything's sweetness and light.
There's something to say for trouble, for nastiness and gloom. Just try to be cheerful and you'll get an earful of your impending doom.
This world is not a paradise, if indeed who it ever was.
It's a vale of tears, and so, my dears, throw out the chaff. Ha! Don't make me laugh.
There's something to say for misery, for suffering and pain. Down at the bank, now let's be frank, they only care for gain.
There's something to say for frowning. Why must we always smile? Forget all your dreams, resort to schemes, and in just a little while,
The best laid plans of mice and men
we'll all come crashing down again, and we'll all despise each other in the grandest style.
Google, start it.
Hey,
All right,
Andrew,
let's start
before we
this.
get
Oh, for
moving, yeah,
fuck's
that's
sake.
beautiful.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah,
For fuck's sake.
fully dressed for the occasion.
Yeah.
Yes, I got a little chanting on going here. So
I
did
refuse to acknowledge it.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it. Say a little
Andrew-
prayer for you. What?
What LaCroix are you working with today?
Oh, I got bubbly.
Oh,
Um,
bubblies.
I've got 1 orange cream.
Okay.
I've got 2 orange cream.
Oh,
I've got coconut pineapple.
okay. Getting very
On a
tropical.
third
And
today.
I got
orange cream.
3 orange cream.
All right, you're ready to
All the
fucking go. I only
cylinders.
brought 2.
What you got?
I got a key lime for your nerves.
Yeah.
And then I
For my
zagged on
humors?
him a little bit. Yeah, for your humors. I zagged on him a little bit with my other flavor. I'm hitting you with a beach plum.
Oh, it's
I
back.
like that one.
I think that's
It's
a
pretty good.
summer, the
Yeah.
spring summer flavor. I like the
Okay.
sunshine. If you're going for the esoteric Aleister Crowley flavors that LaCroix puts out, I like sunshine. But
I
beach
almost
plum-
picked up sunshine.
If you pick up a plum on the beach, that's what
Don't
it tastes
eat
like.
it.
I mean,
Don't eat
if you
it.
do, what you're about to experience is pretty close, except for the sand.
Yeah, this will be my second one out of the box. So I have tasted. I'm not coming in cold on
Oh, okay.
LaCroix on a record.
Yeah, don't do
Can't
that.
do that. You have
No.
to
Be careful, razor clams. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
You might.
You
You
might get
might-
a razor. You might get one of the razor clams if you do.
I
you
love
win.
how
Yeah.
the both of you are doing everything you can to avoid talking about.
We're not talking about it.
Welcome back to LaCroix boys.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ahoy, ahoy, LaCroix boys. This is LaCroix boys.
So
It's our podcast within a podcast where we don't acknowledge Roy's wig and we talk about LaCroix.
so here's the thing. I want to point out
refreshing.
before we talk about this whole entire 3-hour thing, because I know we're going to get into individual performances and everything. I just want to make a generalization. This movie had 3 extreme broad examples of acting styles.
It had 3 extreme broads in it too.
It did have 3 extreme broads in it.
You had the ones who were committed to the bit, like
See,
Angela.
this is
like-
one of my biggest notes. Is that almost no one was committed to the bit,
Well-
and that's why it was so frustrating to watch. Everyone was taking it as seriously as a fucking heart attack.
well, it was
Like you're
very.
playing with a child.
It's very, very, very few that commit to the bit. The only 2 that the only 3 that I noticed in the movie that committed to the bit is 1, Harvey Korman, because he's playing Harvey Korman. He was like, "Oh,
I don't
this
know if that counts. It's just who he is.
2." And Jillian committed to the bit because she was like, "Okay, you going to want me to sing on this? I'm going to sing." And then the third
And
is
boy, did she.
Martha Ray, who is like, "Oh, I get to do this and this. Okay, fine. I just do what I've been doing for 40 years." So you have that acting.
Well, that's another one of my overarching notes is every single one of these people has been doing this for 40 years, and you feel every single year of it.
You also have the very questionable acting that teeters between what the fuck is wrong with you and how bored were you to be here. Like Scott Baio as Pat the Pig or Red Buttons as the
I don't even
white.
know if I remember Scott Baio being in it.
I
Yeah.
did not remember that he was the pig. I had
He was
already
a
forgotten.
whisper fart in this movie. And then you've got the what the fuck are you doing performances of like Carol Channing and Sammy Davis Jr. and Beau
Okay, I'm gonna give it to Beau Bridges though. He was funny.
Yeah.
did make me laugh more
Yeah.
than anyone else.
And then you have the third and final category, which for me, oh, I'm sorry, one more person to add to the "what the fuck are you doing" category, and that is Academy Award winning Shelley Winters.
I loved it. I loved her work in this.
But
You ain't buying it?
the one there was one performance in this movie that made me go, just what the fuck are you doing here? And that was Merv Griffin.
Yeah.
I thought that so
As the
many
train-
times.
as the
That
train
sounds so
conductor.
interesting.
So, first of all, this movie, both parts, is giving a Broadway style overture it does not deserve.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that in the length of everything in general. The credits are way too long. I know that everybody wanted to be given their credit and all that, but it was extreme. And my top note here is pretty sure I could read both books in the amount of time it takes to watch this.
Yeah, the credits just went on and on and on.
Because what's it like? It's like right at 3 hours if you ignore all the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is 3-hour epic.
I could probably read both of those books in that amount of time.
My notes don't make any sense.
Well,
I don't
neither
even know
does-
what these are
well,
referencing.
Honestly, neither does Alice in Wonderland. And for me,
But that's true.
And while we're talking about the music, that's another thing I want to touch on real quick before we start going and breaking this whole thing down. Is one, you could tell the music was written by Steve Allen because it was very much. But secondly,
No, it was fine. I think it was cool that they did their own thing. Was Alice in the exact same outfit as she is in the Disney movie, except it's pink instead of blue? Yes, totally different. Did they have a song about how do you do and shake hands and it sucked way worse? Yes.
yes.
Totally different.
Here's the thing, though, is that the majority of the songs for this movie, and this is saying a lot because of the source material, made absolutely no sense to the plot.
No, he didn't read it. He was
No,
just like, here are
he
some
just wrote
songs
a-
about major plot points. Pick whichever ones you want. I don't care.
Oh, so we have an abusive woman and her equally crazy abusive cook. Let's write a song about why it's okay to be shitty to people.
I had blocked that song out. I had totally forgotten it happened.
Well, Andrew didn't,
Honestly.
thanks to Lacey. Andrew definitely didn't.
Yeah, she wrote down all the lyrics to that song. She watched it over and over again, and
Clockwork.
I thought I was going insane. I thought I was going fully insane.
You were like, this is it.
It's happened.
Another thing that pisses me off about all of these film adaptations of Alice in Wonderland is for some reason they feel like they have to shoehorn a reason for her to go on this hero's journey.
Yeah, not enough nudity.
Yeah.
Not
No, that's
nearly
the
enough.
X-rated Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. I mean, there are those. I shouldn't say that.
There
because
probably
they
are
exist
many.
for sure.
In this one, her hero's journey was her to learn to grow up so she could attend family tea.
Yeah, since when is that a rite of passage?
I've never heard of that. I
No,
was like, do
no.
children not go to tea?
I do want to right from the end of those credits that are way too long. Can someone tell me for sure if that's not the set for Mr. Belvedere? Can someone tell me for sure?
I can't tell you for
It
I
does
think
look
it's the-
like it.
I think it's I do think it's the set for Mr. Every time I saw it, I'm like, I do think this is the set for Mr. Belvedere. I do. I do.
It not the exterior, but the interior.
No, the interior.
The interior definitely was Mr. Belvedere. I loved how they tried to let us know what time period it was by finding the most ugliest painting of Queen Victoria to host on the wall next to the owl, which kept every time they were going to the living room just stood out like a stain.
Mm-hmm. Just the sorest of thumbs. Dot was mildly interested in the beginning.
I was going to ask how she held up on this.
She's playing her little video game on her iPad, and she's kind of peeking up and looking. And I'll tell you this, she did not recognize not one single animal that wasn't the white rabbit. She did not. She was like, what are those?
Yes. Welcome to the
think
rest
they're-
of the world.
I think they're birds.
I
She
got a
was
problem.
like, that's not a bird.
I got a real problem with the birds in this thing.
Is it the
And birds
triangle? Is it
flew
the
out.
middle school theater triangle on the face?
No, I mean, yes, I've got another problem with that too. But my main problem with the birds in specific, and some of the other things, but mainly the birds.
The birds
This is a
really
movie
irked
that
me.
presupposes an anthropomorphic bird population.
Mhm.
There are lots of bird people in this. There are also lots of just straight up fucking birds in this.
There are a
What
lot of
are-
birds.
Explain it to me. Are they two different races?
Are they the same species?
Are they the same species? Are the
Is
all
there a caste system that we should know about?
right? Right.
My
Is
answer
this like
is
Wicked?
you're
We
thinking-
just watched Wicked for Good last night, and so I've got a lot of feelings about animal caste systems.
my answer is
And
you're thinking
witches.
too goddamn much about this damn movie.
I'm like, there are
Because-
scenes with birds and bird people in them at the same time.
I mean,
Yeah,
keep in
mhm.
mind this is the same scene where these birds have Sherman Hemsley dressed up as the worst mouse I've ever seen in my entire life, singing about why he hates dogs and cats.
Ratatouille's a Nazi. How dare you say it's the worst mouse you've ever seen?
But I mean, for me, the one thing that immediately just sets the cringe tone for me when she arrives in Wonderland like that is, again, Academy Award winner Shelley Duvall, whose only line of dialogue is that's it. That's it.
Can someone tell me why I have a note right off the rip, like right at the top, right as I'm talking about her, the tea, and then in a world where humans exist, following a rabbit the size of a human being,
Which
after
would
that-
be freaking terrifying, by the way.
First of all,
Mhm.
this is a horror movie, just insane. Is why do I have a note that says this? And I swear to God, I'm going to read the note that I wrote word for word. It says, "We are Gen X. We ride the water hose to the arcade and drink from the water hose and then drive the arcade down to the arcade and down to Goonies." Why do I have that written there? Was there something that triggered my mind?
Maybe it was the lightning inside the cave.
My thinking, well, first of all, let's shout out to the fact that there was a thunderstorm inside a cave.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
before
Fuck
that,
you, Stevie Nicks.
yeah.
Fuck you.
can't
Thunder doesn't happen when it's raining. It happens
Very
inside of a
Jules-
cave.
Very Jules Verne journey to the center of the earth going on there with the storm in the cave.
It was. It's possible you were triggered by, because my note that seems to be happening in the same place is shout out to the good old days when your parents just told you to go away.
Yes. Yes.
I think that's what it is.
Because
But
she's
she
just like,
was
go
like,
outside with your sister
adult-
and go climb by this stream and nobody pays attention to you. That's what it was. That's
Go
what
hang
it
out
was.
with your untrained cat. We stand an untrained cat on television, by the way.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Oh my
I
God,
love it. That cat did not want to be picked up.
Dinah was like, I'm firing my agent.
Thank you for helping me understand why I wrote that
That's-
particular note. That's what it
Maybe.
was.
Yeah, because her sister
I don't
has
know if
no-
that's why.
Because her
I know it's
sister
why.
just doesn't give a shit about her suddenly running after this giant rabbit. Sister's just laying there like, yeah, fine, whatever, bitch.
See, and then I just kind of went into a fugue state for big chunks of it after this.
Yeah.
But I did write, at least everyone else hates how the Cheshire Cat looks too.
It's true.
Everyone in universe also hated what he looked like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
As-
I sure did.
I
It's
gotta. So I understand it was Telly Savalas who was playing the role, but
Why the hell to make him have a receding hairline?
Yeah.
yeah, he not only that, but why did he have to go see you around, baby?
Yeah.
It's
No,
like-
I thought that was funny and stupid. I could deal with the Telly Savalas of it all. I could not deal with disembodied, balding head that is also a cat.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll be the cat. I'll be the Cheshire Cat but I have to be 2 days away from retirement. Can you make that happen?
I need to be the Cheshire's junkyard fucking cat. Is what I need to be.
And I have to sing a song about why the world fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the Cheshire Cat's whole thing. People forget that. People like, oh, he's just a smile. It's a disembodied smile. We're all mad here. No, he's like cynical as hell.
Black-billed ass cat is what he is.
He really is.
So I like also how they point out that later on when they see the Cheshire Cat, that Alice points out it belongs to the Duchess, and I was like going, okay, we never saw the Cheshire Cat until after she left the Duchess's house.
Is that in the book?
Now,
it's been a long time since I've read the book.
It is in the book, but it's never addressed in
25
the
years.
movie. It is in the book, but it's never addressed in the movie. And I was just like,
maybe Alice is a psychic.
I wanna
She
back
read
up.
the book.
I want to back up a second about
We
her
need to.
her
Yeah.
X-Men powers. I want to back up to the she apparently has two. One, she can grow and shrink based on just about anything. Doesn't
Yep.
matter what it is. Number two, she can cry the most insane amount of tears you've ever seen a human
was a
being
lot.
cry in your entire life.
And Dot
Mhm.
was paying attention to that. She was interested in that. She was like, she's crying so much, she's gonna flood that whole building, stupid. She- she
That's
was
what
very-
happened.
She was accessing the autistic side of her brain and saying, why doesn't she just stop crying though?
Yeah, why doesn't she just stop?
She should just stop.
Also, it's not a sea. There's
That
a
was
line
not a
in here
sea.
about it. That was not a sea. That's like a river. It's just a river.
That is a babbling brook,
That was the
really.
creek.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
at
a creek.
best. At
A
best.
crick.
yeah.
You're in Ohio, we gotta say crick, right?
Yeah, holler. We're gonna go to holler. We're gonna ride our arcade down to the holler and watch Goonies while we drink from the holler hose.
Yeah, exactly. By the
It's where-
crick.
It's where Laura Ingalls and her sisters would run down to catch crawdads during the summer.
Nobody
So
wanted
we-
to be in this movie. Nobody.
No, they didn't.
Your eyes are so dead.
They're all just they know. I think it's like what is her name in Jupiter Ascending? I can't remember the character name.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember the actor's name now either.
Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis, thank you. I don't know why her name just slid right off of my brain. It's smooth now from the Alice in Wonderland miniseries.
They sanded down all the sharp angles.
Got all in there. But she said that when she was on set of that movie, she realized as they were filming it, oh no, this movie is going to be bad.
Yeah.
She had a Gina Gershon moment,
realizing
basically.
Yeah, she was realizing it in real time. And she couldn't do anything about it because she was already in it. And I think that's what happened to a lot of these people. Although not Caesar, you can't keep that motherfucker down. You can give a shit. Is
You
gonna
know
dress
who-
like a griffin and I'm gonna be me.
You know who you
Weird.
could tell was that way was Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh yeah. At that point, I feel like in the filming of this thing, the point at which Sammy Davis Jr. and they were like, Sammy, we need to blend a little more of your makeup, and he went, "Fuck you, let's get this thing going." I think that
Nope.
really set the tone for the entire thing, tonally.
Yeah,
Tonally.
And
I do want to know why
he
before
couldn't help
that.
himself but have a little bit of fun though.
Oh, he had
Yep.
some fun. He
When
had
he
a
was
little
doing the
fun.
song,
Sammy,
he had a
we-
little fun.
Yeah.
Sammy, we need you to sing a song. No, fuck you. I'm not singing. I'm gonna rap this shit.
He
Why
invented
did I-
rap in
Why do I have a
1985.
note? Why do I have a note before Sammy Davis Jr.'s part that just says "cover your drinks"? Why do I
is
have that note?
Oh, is that the tea party?
Yeah, probably.
It might have been.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are some fucked up mice and rabbits and
I
shit.
want a clean cup.
Yeah, like cover your drinks, cover your drinks, ladies.
I don't
You
know.
wanna-
Is this the moment that I ask, like, what is your nostalgia factor for Alice in Wonderland? Because I feel that I do not match many people of my general age group with this nostalgia factor.
Any nostalgia I had for this thing died upon this rewatch.
Okay, fair. No, I meant just like the property in general, not necessarily this
know.
one.
It's always been a weird fucking book to me. Even when I read it in school, I was like,
Okay.
what's going on?
I have a lot more nostalgia for Jabberwocky, like Through the Looking Glass, than I do for like actual Alice in Wonderland. I think I don't really have any for like Alice besides seeing it when I was a kid, and reading it. Like,
Okay. The reason
Yeah.
I ask is because my main memories of reading the book and interacting with this whole property the whole time through my childhood was extreme frustration, just being so frustrated that all of these adults are assholes
Yeah.
and not really liking Alice very much either.
Or anything.
Because she just walks around helpless, expecting other people to help her, and nobody's willing to do that. And she doesn't seem to be able to understand that ain't nobody gonna help you here, little one.
Mhm.
But she just keeps on, and I remember that being incredibly frustrating. And as a result, this movie is incredibly
Yeah,
frustrating.
this is a prequel to that feral kid from Mad Max.
Mhm.
That's what this is what happens when you yeah.
Yeah.
So fun story.
Okay.
In 1993, I believe it was.
I
93,
was 16 years old.
I was alive.
I was part of a group called the Young Actors Workshop, and I was moving from actor to apprenticeship directing. And we decided to do an adaptation of this book, except we focused more on the Through the Looking Glass part than Alice in Wonderland.
Sure.
In our interpretation, Alice was a street smart young girl who had a foul mouth.
You did the whiz.
Huh?
You did the whiz.
Oh, no, we
But
didn't.
Alice in Wonderland.
Her reflection was the proper version of her. So the reflection was bored living in the mirror universe. So she jumps out of the mirror and shoves MC Light into Wonderland. And it's so imagine a 90s teenage urban girl
Whatever, as if.
dealing with the bullshit that is Wonderland. In our version, Humpty Dumpty was a combination of MC Hammer and Humpty Hump from Digital Underground.
Was he still an egg?
No, he was not an egg.
I'm imagining an egg with the Humpty nose. And
Yeah,
I'm
I mean that's a
enjoying that.
great visual.
No, he
I'm
was not an
enjoying
egg.
it a lot.
Our Duchess was Grace Jones.
Interesting choice.
Mm-hmm. Mad Hatter and March Hare is your traditional Mad Hatter and March Hare. But the most interesting choice was the interpretation of the White Rabbit. Now, the shtick with the White Rabbit, of course, is being late for everything. We had one joke in the show that actually works. The White Rabbit suddenly appears on stage, complaining about being late, looks at the time and goes, "Oh, I'm early." Runs off stage and comes back a few minutes later late. Dun-dun-dun.
What?
But that's not the worst part. For some reason, the girl who played the White Rabbit decided, you know what would be a great idea is if the White Rabbit was Michael Jackson.
What? Why? Why are they all pop icons? May I ask a series of questions?
I don't know. I was an apprentice. I don't know. I was like, I was basically there to sit there, and go, okay.
Super weird. Okay.
Basically, I was like Ron Funches on The Traders, just sitting there, just like, okay.
So
we will go back to that version of Alice in Wonderland in a moment.
Okay.
When we talk about the what the fuck ending to this.
Sure, it is a pretty what the fuck ending, but before we get there, how did you guys feel about the random chimpanzee encounter?
Yeah, I have a why is there a chimp there?
Yeah.
I don't remember a
This
chimp encounter in the
story-
book, but it has been a while.
This film had padding. Alice in Wonderland needs no padding.
So much shit that happens. And that's the
So
one
much
compliment I
padding.
have is at least it does move. She goes from one place to another a lot.
Yeah.
It's at
does
least
she
there's
go?
that going for it.
Even though it looks like the same forest set over and over again.
Oh, it's absolutely the same forest set over and over, but at least if you don't like what Sid Caesar's doing, give it 5 minutes and you'll never see him again.
Do you think they knew that they were doing this for TV and not stage? Because I really feel like
I don't think they did.
the costume, the line delivery felt like it was for stage.
Yes.
Did anyone else notice Ringo Starr was reading cue cards?
He would have to.
Yeah, I don't fault him for that. Even a little bit.
He's always looking into the camera. Well, I am a mock turtle, and I'm like, oh, come on.
Did he for his own name?
The man's a beetle. Just let it. He can do whatever. He
Okay.
just showed up for this thing.
He fell bass backwards into superstardom for the rest of his life because some other guy quit the band. Yep. Let him do whatever he wants.
Trying to keep a beat.
Here's another thing
his ass into this shit
that pissed me off about this movie is Alice in Wonderland in the book there are song lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, there's poems, and
they're supposed to be treated as songs. Now, this movie did take some of those and turn them into quote unquote songs, but for some reason, with the mock turtle. They said
not his,
not you,
not you, Ringo,
not you,
not you,
Ringo. We're basically writing this movie's version of "You Can't Win" to be performed by Michael Jackson and The Wiz. Except this song is going to be about why the world needs nonsense, and it's again one of those good examples of the song makes absolutely no sense to the project.
Nothing in this made any sense to the project. Are you kidding me? What are we even talking about?
Now, I will say the 1999 version does have Beautiful Soup in it.
Yes.
I'm just saying. He does sing it. What's his face? I can't remember who plays it now. Now let me look it up. Now I have to use my phone on the podcast.
Oh, Gene Wilder. It was Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has Beautiful Soup and Will You Join the Dance, which were in the book.
Mm-hmm.
It had Auntie's Wooden Leg, which was in the book.
Yeah, and Whoopi Goldberg had a regular amount of hair for a cat.
Yes. And not receding.
Way less than you'd expect.
And looked more like the Cheshire Cat than Telly Savalas did.
Not like a Ferengi.
Yeah, I mean... Just this whole thing. Did Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet to you as Tweedledee and Tweedledum act like they thought they were on the Jerry Lewis telethon?
I don't know what.
They were the only things I enjoyed.
Yeah, I was about to say, at least they looked like they were having fun together.
They are.
Jesus Christ.
They have done that hundreds, if not thousands of times. And they were so seasoned at doing it that they're like, all right, let's go. They were on, they did their thing, and they had a good time. It's so practiced, and then they were done. That was it. And they're professionals, and it showed as professionals.
It was the one thing that I think went the way that the producers wanted it to go. Yeah. I think they all wanted this to feel like old vaudeville, just based on the people that they cast, including quite literally old vaudeville performers.
Old vaudeville guys, yeah.
Yeah.
And those two were the only ones who gave vaudeville energy for even a moment.
That scene also gave us the nightmare fuel that was Carl Malden as the walrus.
I did not worry about that as much as I worried about the dancing oysters.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, and then I was going to say, then we got the nightmare of the dancing oysters.
We went straight into a French Impressionist film for 15 minutes of this thing at the end with dancing vagina oysters, with Carl Malden and his boyfriend dancing on a beach and singing to each other. Fucking insane. Insane. I was captivated.
Doing pirouettes.
I was captivated. I could not turn away. Could not turn away from this thing.
No, I still have cornea damage from the Clockwork Orange style thing I had on my eyes.
And then what I love is that after everything was over and Alice got offended that they ate the oysters, the look on Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet's face was like, well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, they had backup dancers that were oysters, and then they ate them.
And then they murdered them in cold blood.
Yep.
It was premeditated.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the darkest poem? Is that the darkest poem in Alice in Wonderland?
No, that's still the Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky's pretty dark, but it's not making light of the systematic murder and genocide of an entire people.
That's true. That's true.
Speaking of the
It's
Jabberwocky,
cute. They killed
Speaking-
all those people that trusted them. It's so cute.
speaking of the Jabberwocky,
Victorian Candyman.
I like how they couldn't figure out how to incorporate the Jabberwocky, which was a poem originally recited by Humpty Dumpty, into the storyline. So they said, okay, here's the part of the movie that we're going to turn into a kaiju film.
Yep. And the kaiju's only slightly taller than everyone else in the
Yeah.
film.
Kaiju looks a whole lot like Trogdor the Burninator.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Like
Yes.
a whole lot
Worst
like
fucking
Trogdor.
dragon I've ever seen in my
I
life.
was like, you guys spent all this money on chicken feathers to make 7,000 bird costumes.
The Jabberwocky had a goiter.
We did.
It had such a fucking goiter, and when it come out, it was like the goiter was swinging back and forth.
I liked that the top fifth of his body wobbled a lot when he walked.
Yeah. Yeah.
He really was he really needed like a saxophone playing behind him going.
Again, I ask, are these costumes for stage or for a television
It
production?
feels like a semi, like parody performance.
Bus and truck
Yes.
on ice, something.
Contra
They're
Costa
going on to the
Civic Theater
next town
present-
after this.
Yeah.
And they're going to
Yep.
do it again.
They definitely are. God damn.
Bo Bridges grease paint screams.
Hey, I saw Bo Bridges grease paint at Bogarts in 1997, open for Real Big Fish. It was fucking great.
I fucking missed him at CBGB's. I was out there smoking.
Bo
I'm
Bo-
just smoking.
Bo Bridges as the unicorn was special.
It was special. It
I
was.
thought it was funny. I thought that when he got excited and I giggled. I teased.
He was
Very
feeling very like the
Having-
two twink unicorns from Charlie the Unicorn, and
having a
Yes.
great time. He was having a great time.
He was like, nobody knows who I am in this.
No
They
one-
In that scene
no
was
one's gonna
fucking having a
recognize me
great
because
time.
everyone-
put a
everyone's gonna-
shadow on my face at all, so no one knows where my nose ends. So they have no idea who I am.
no one's going to recognize me because everyone's going to see Ernest Borgnine as the lion and look at his eyes and go, "Oh, that's fucking Ernest Borgnine."
Yeah, he just is being Ernest Borgnine, who happens to be a lion.
Yeah.
Kicked his ass all over that damn town.
Harvey Korman basically thought he was on the Carol Burnett show.
Mhm.
And
Hey, that owl's Benny Jesuit, right? That's not going to make sense to Courtney, but that owl talking about how fear is the mind killer, and you've got to overcome your fear.
Oh,
That's-
is this a Dune?
it's
Are
a
we doing a
dude.
Dune? Oh, we're
Doing-
doing a Dune.
Dune-
I'll see y'all
Dune.
later.
Gobbling up Dune 3. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
And then you got John Stamos, who's thinking, God, I can't wait to get to the set of Never Too Young to Die, not realizing what was in store for him in the future when he was making this scene.
What a waste of this sweet, precious infant child.
Yeah.
Although I will say there was another person who did commit to the bit, even though the bit was unnecessary. And that was Patrick Duffy as the Billy Goat.
Highway to Heaven went for it, baby.
Mhm. Yeah, he did.
He went for it. I mean, because you've got Steve Allen and Pat Morita just sitting there like, we're here. And he just like,
Marita was like, "Let me retire for the love
They
of
all were.
God. Let
Everybody
me
in that
retire."
train car was like, "Can I please can I go home? Hollywood, let me go. I found 3 young people to take our place with the Soul Pact. Just let me go.
Let us go. I've been doing this for so long.
Just want to go to Santa Clarita and live. Can I just live now, please?"
please.
So
I
Patrick Duffy is like, I'm going to do something I've never got a chance to do on Dallas. He delivers
Hey,
every
that's
line
true.
just like this.
He did not get to impersonate Charles Nelson Riley on
Yeah.
Dallas.
Speaking of goats, Carol Channing. Let's focus on Carol Channing first.
How very dare you
Before-
call America's sweetheart Carol Channing a goat?
because she
I
becomes-
like how they just rattled her cage real hard and then opened it and let her go do whatever she was gonna do.
Yeah, they did.
before we
He
before
got
we
a
get to
stick
that,
and just went.
before we get to that whole big moment with her, we're instantly at the very beginning of part 2 greeted with the type of energy she's bringing to the production. When all of a sudden we hear her scream at, "Hey, where's my baby?" And you're like, oh, there's Carol Channing.
She was there, man.
She's the
She said
Jabberwocky.
you ordered a Carol Channing and you're gonna get a Carol
Signed a contract in
Channing.
blood. My mouth opened and I climbed out of it, and now I'm here. So now we're gonna do this.
She unhinged her own jaw like a snake.
Climbed out of her own mouth.
And then we get to
Then finish.
the big thing, which is her scene. First
The
of
big
all,
thing. It just
first of
called
all,
it the
the big thing.
God.
First
The
of
big
all,
thing.
I need to confirm, because I swear every time I've seen this scene, I've heard her say this. When she's talking about her shawl, does she call it peenish?
Yeah. I can't think of. I think she tries to say peevish.
Peevish, yeah.
But it says, but you hear peenish.
My cat is also untrained and on TV.
Yeah, because she's like, going through her little
Yeah.
shtick about it. All of a sudden, she goes, "It's peenish," and I'm like, "It's what?" Yakko Warner would like a word with you.
I wish you guys could see that she's got one of her feet planted in the center of my chest right now. Just
Then she talks about.
get off of me.
Then she talks about how Jan is tomorrow and yesterday, but never today in song form. Basically, where she just is just herself. Then she talks about how the mirror glass world works, and then suddenly turns into a fucking goat.
Yeah.
You know,
What happens? Hey, so at this point, I realized every story I've read and every documentary I've watched, and I have watched a few about like people trying to figure out where furries came from, like where the phenomenon of furries came from.
first of all, it's the Disney Robin Hood film.
It's the Disney Robin Hood film.
Obviously,
It is Rescue Rangers. It is shit like this. They did this to a generation and then are mad at that generation for
Animal Olympics.
you did this.
Animal Olympics.
You did this.
Yeah.
The boomers did this to the Gen Xers and worse to the millennials.
Because the
Mhm.
boomers
Don't even
thought
get
it
me
was hot.
started.
I'm not unconvinced that the boomers thought it was hot.
I
Good
think they
word,
probably did, and they just didn't have the nuts to act on it.
Yeah.
And then they were like, I'm going to do the entire 1990s after school block of shows and just ruin the millennials.
Thundercats.
I want to fuck a gargoyle.
Do we need to get into Street Sharks? Because I'm going to get into Street Sharks.
All the anthropomorphic animals.
You pretty much get
Oh.
it. Biker mice from Mars.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
out of here with those beefy mice.
The big boy mice.
Those sharks had so many abs. It was crazy.
Yeah. They fucking had 18 extra abs because they've been around since the dinosaurs.
Yep.
Yeah. They're like, we didn't evolve out of having all of these extra abs, bitch.
These are
Look at my-
evolution abs.
Look at my pecs. It doesn't
Yeah,
make
you evolved
sense.
out.
They come out of my neck.
Yeah. I don't even have a neck. I'm
They
a
don't have
shark.
necks. Sharks
My
don't have
head
necks.
goes into the shoulders.
That's why they never look back. They're always facing the
Goes
future.
up and then in.
Like a big triangle.
Like a big, tall triangle. And I ride a skateboard.
And the Ninja Turtles were like, what if we pull it back a little?
What?
The abs are our shell. It's fine. It's actually hard.
Tweak it down. Tweak it down. However, we're gonna give you a sexualized unicorn and a daddy bear lion for 1985's Alice in Wonderland.
The reason to watch
Now
that
cut the
and the
cake.
vagina clams.
All weird. All of it was so deeply weird.
And we haven't even discussed the Queen of Hearts,
She's fine.
which was like, when you think about it, Audrey Meadows was one of the tamest performances in this movie.
Yeah, it was pretty normal.
Yeah,
Pretty normal,
Yeah.
frankly.
everything else going on with the batshit insanity of the
That was
movie.
Bo Bridges' dad. Pretty normal. A little
Yeah.
Gilliam-esque. Maybe
was a little.
Yeah, but
he
overall,
was one of those people who committed to it, and I think he was like, Maybe I can get another Emmy for this.
I don't think he cared.
And then he saw it and went, "Oh,
I
Never
don't think he
mind.
cared. I think he just wanted to do something with his son.
I'm fucking
It's
bored."
what
I don't know. He looked like he was really enjoying this.
I'm sure he was, but
and
I
he
don't
got to
think he
sing.
tried to do
He
anything.
was like, I get to sing, out of nowhere. And Jillian, thoughts on her performance as the Red Queen?
Boy, was she there.
Yeah. Again,
Just there as fuck, man.
I want a documentary on this, and I want it to have been made right after this, and I want to know her feelings towards Carol Channing's performance, because I feel like the Red Queen was a little more dialed in. I do not like how that children were her pawns and she killed them was the implication for how you play chess in Alice in Wonderland world, but.
Mhm.
Well, I remember in the book the Red Queen being a little more of a bitch, and the White Queen being a little more scatterbrained.
Well, they took that to another level.
Yeah.
So I remember that,
Genuinely.
but I can only imagine what she was feeling when the mathematics song came out of nowhere, and she's having to stand next to Carol Channing, going, "What do you do with this shit? Like what? And just rattling off ones out of nowhere."
I didn't know
All that Angeline can
thing
do
named
is sit
five.
there and do like a mini version of the Macarena while it's going on.
This movie, Roy. I'm mad at it.
I'm
And
pretty
then
mad.
The ending. Let's go to the ending.
Oh,
So-
do you mean the unbearable 20 minutes after Alice becomes a queen?
Yes.
And we have to just sit there and stare at her being a queen for 20 goddamn
Okay.
minutes before anything happens?
First of all, in the
And
book,
then it's just Titus.
in the book, it's very brief. The whole moment of when
Yeah.
she becomes a queen, very brief.
He's like, "I'm a queen. Oh boy, I'm home." End of
Yeah, she says,
book.
"I'm a queen. You know what? Fuck this shit. I'm done." Grabs the Red Queen, shakes her like she's an au pair with a baby, and then suddenly wakes up and realizes she's doing that to Dinah, and she's going, "Oh, this was all a dream, or was it?" No, this version brings back the entire fucking cast from part 1 and 2.
For no,
No
reason.
reason. And then has an entire 15-minute chase scene with the Jabberwocky.
Again, for none
Yeah.
reasons.
That Jabberwocky never dies.
No,
It is alive. It's still alive to this day.
He's
So-
terrorizing those people. Still.
as I mentioned, we were going to go back to that production of Alice Through the Looking Glass that I helped out with. And we're going to go back to it right here. So in the movie and the way it's done in the book, when she arrives at her castle and they're talking about, fill up the glasses as quick as you can and blah, 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 blah. That's an actual poem that's in the book. In this movie, it's performed with like the typical pomp and circumstance. In the production that I helped out with for Alice Through the Looking Glass, it was performed as a Queen song. Oh, fill up the glasses.
I don't.
Is that Queen?
Was that Queen?
Is Queen in the room
That's
with
as
us right
best as
now?
I'm going to get as Queen. But
Can I
here's the other
speak to
thing.
Freddie Mercury?
here's the other thing, is that in the book, she's greeted by
Died. We were like, I don't have anything to say.
in
Who wants to live forever?
the
I
book
don't. I don't.
in the book, it's with the White Rabbit. So that was the same. However, in our interpretation, we decided, who would be better if who she met first is the Duchess. But now instead of the Duchess being Grace Jones, let's have the Duchess be Mary J. Blige.
So, but was there more drama?
No.
Good. Then it sounds okay.
No, there was no more drama, but it was also not a dance soiree. I mean, There are no dancery going on.
So to be clear, the Duchess had a men's haircut and then just had like a bob.
Yeah.
Well, the Duchess in the beginning, as
Over-
Grace Jones, had that over the top
Pantsuit.
hat. Had that
Pantsuit.
over the top. Had an over the top hat.
White pantsuit.
And then when she came out as the Mary J. Blige version, she had Mary J's hat from the What's the 411 cover. So
it sounds like all kinds of
racist in a way that I
does.
can't put my finger on. That's what I'm gonna say.
That's my thought exactly on Sammy Davis Jr. being the only actor of color in this.
Yeah, that
well, the
too.
good
No,
news
it does not
is
count.
that the good news is that this was a multicultural cast. So we did not have a white person
Was
impersonating
it?
Mary J. Blige.
Oh, he's talking about his thing, not this thing. Okay.
We did not have a white person impersonating Mary J. Blige in this production. So
You had a black person impersonating Mary J. Blige
Yes.
with probably the same amount of honor,
I forgot to tell you.
gravitas,
For some reason, so we added, since we had the Duchess story added to Through the Looking Glass, we added the Cheshire Cat. But for some reason, our interpretation of the Cheshire Cat, now keep in mind, these are kids between the ages of 9.
Oh, that makes it so much worse.
Yeah, that's so much weirder to have a 9-year-old be Grace Jones.
9 to 17 is the age range of these kids. The choice for the then
age range,
the choice for the then 12-year-old actor who was playing the Cheshire Cat was make it Garfield, but make it sexy. And that stunned silence.
You couldn't
is
possibly make
reaction.
Garfield. Well, that's because you couldn't make Garfield more sexy.
Yeah,
why would you need to add that?
Cartoon character in existence. How are you going to sex up Garfield?
Right.
So
Gadget wishes.
So he's like doing this kind of like Rum Tum Tugger walk throughout the show, and it's just like, you're 12. Stop it. Stop this.
Somebody could have probably
An adult, any adult, just one.
Just one
adult, one whole.
Well, needless to say, the adult.
Okay.
Needless to say, the adult that was in charge of the whole Performing Arts Center where Young Actors Workshop was done, she left shortly after this production, and things for Young Actors
Is it because
Workshop.
she did that thing where she had to give birth to her own 50-year-old self or whatever the fuck it was?
No, that show came after she left. That version.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad it was left in capable hands.
Yes.
No, Roy, I just want to thank you for giving me, in my month where I was going to be really, really busy, 3.5 fucking hours of something to watch.
Well, wait
we
until
usually
May.
have about 3.5 hours worth of shit to watch, and you were like, "It's all con. Courtney's going to be stressed. I'm going to just do one episode. I'm going to make it as long as all the episodes put together." Just a big fuck you to me.
You pissed now. Wait till May when we do our wheel.
Wait till I bust out my wheel on you bitches. It's hateful.
Yeah, all you've done is fucking poked Carol Channing, and she's gonna crawl out of her own mouth and give us a wheel from hell.
My baby, my shawl, bread and butter.
Make me get my penis shawl.
Give my bread and butter penis shawl. I'm Carol Channing.
So, would you recommend this?
No. There's a reason it's not available anywhere except for a shitty YouTube transfer.
Yes,
Just
if you just can't get enough of this franchise, and you're the only person on the planet who liked the Tim Burton one, go watch the 99 one, I guess. But like,
leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Let it die.
Now I found out
some math teacher did some weed once and lost his fucking shit.
Now I found out though there is a more disturbing version of this.
No, couldn't be possible.
From
Does it have a random chimp encounter?
Oh, it's got
Apropos of
worse.
absolutely nothing.
A chimp and some vines.
Oh, it's worse.
No reason, just clapping.
There is a version from 1933.
we got the chimp. We
Oh,
gotta
good.
use it.
1933. You know it's going to be real
Not-
sensitive to all
racist.
the ethnic dynamics.
Not racist at all.
Yeah,
Caterpillar with a hookah. Oh yeah, that's going to be handled beautifully.
yeah. As a matter of fact, hold on a second. Let's take a brief little
Oh
look
Jesus!
at
Haven't you done enough?
how they did Tweedledee and Tweedledum back in 1933.
Directed by David Lynch. Is what I'm seeing.
So much obliged. You like poetry?
Yes, pretty well, some poetry.
This is Eraserhead.
But would you tell me first which road leads out of the woods?
This is 3 Street Street.
What shall I repeat to her?
The walrus and the carpenter is the longest.
The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd because it was the middle of the night.
Well, at least I didn't have to see what they wanted the oysters to look like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it
Probably
looked like
just oysters.
it looked like your typical Max Fleischer style animation, basically. But the 1933 Alice in Wonderland. Let me read to you some of the cast members
From 33,
who was in this.
George Washington.
Oh, there's some names. There are some names.
From 1933.
Yeah.
Playing the role of the White Knight was Gary Cooper.
Super duper.
Sure.
Playing the role of the Mock Turtle was Cary Grant.
Must have been young.
Yeah, this was before. They're the John Stamoses of
Yeah.
this performance.
Before
And-
everybody got a good look at his jawline.
Playing the role of Humpty Dumpty was W.C. Fields.
Jesus. War does
Coming
things to
next
people.
March. Fucking Rich Little does Alice in Wonderland, which I'm sure is probably something that exists.
I'm pretty sure he's done it. I am about ready
All
to
of them are W.C. Fields, by the way,
I am about to,
Oh, no. That's my
including
impression.
Alice.
That's my impression of him doing W.C. Fields. So that's good.
It's better than he does.
here is W.C. Fields as Humpty Dumpty.
Whiskey. I hate it.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, there he is as Humpty Dumpty. Isn't that lovely?
Audio.
No.
medium.
Yep, it is an audio medium. It looks bad. It's bad. It looks bad.
Yeah.
And
It's
it
the-
sucks
that's
to look
the
at.
that's the It Follows demon. That's what
Yep.
that is.
That's gonna chase you till you fuck somebody.
There have been also, real quick,
Hey, while you're pulling that up, question about the It Follows demon. If you're one of those people that lives on a cruise ship, can it just never get you? Or
It'll walk.
it'll walk.
Ocean.
yeah, but like
floor.
you're always gonna be
above
somewhere
it.
else. And like always somewhere else, right?
Are there wait, hold, I got a question about your question. Are there people that live on cruise ships? Just live on them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. People
Performers?
retire and they'll just
But they have to
do-
come to port at some point, right? You gotta
You would think, but they seem to be doing well. They say it makes their retirement go longer because if you're on the cruise and you book your next cruise, then you get like crazy discounts. And so they just live from cruise to cruise.
but
It must-
so they
it
don't
must
have
be-
to like go
it
pick
must-
up, drop off and pick up people because that's where
Well, the
It
cruises
Follows
do
demon
that,
with
yeah.
a
But they
sun
just
hat,
like it's like
little
living in a
Tommy Bahama.
hotel.
little Tomo
Oh.
Bahama shirt on, little
Yeah.
little big
First-
Tomo Bahama shirt for that
It's
It Follows
probably a
demon.
big one.
Big
First
and
of
tall guy.
first of all, to have the money to do that is astonishing.
It's less than just being a retired person who lives in a house if you still have to make house payments. There's people that do the math.
Secondly, though, you have
because they get the all expenses paid, and so they just eat from the buffet all day long.
But you also get instances like what's happening right now with the ship that had the norovirus outbreak.
That's no.
Oh yeah, you do sometimes get a poo-poo cruise.
I also feel like Courtney's trying to sell me on the idea of booking a cruise right now. Like I'm in a timeshare.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was about ready to say she's a hooker at the state fair who's selling.
This is a timeshare.
I believe our friend Roy just called me a hooker.
Husker.
No, you said hooker.
You did say hooker, like it's 1975 and you're Serpico.
Husker. Husker.
No, I've never been on a cruise in my life, and I don't intend to because I think it would probably make me really ill.
Yeah, open water is not something anybody should do. That's what I'm saying.
Anyway, journeying back to the year 1903.
Oh, good.
Christ.
There have been
Thomas Edison.
82
Topsy the elephant right before being unceremoniously murdered.
82 film adaptations of Alice in Wonderland. 82 film adaptations of this goddamn book.
We didn't need most of those.
No, I think Disney did it. One and done.
I think they pretty much nailed it. They got all the parts that were interesting. That's another thing about this. Whoever made this miniseries has a very different idea of what the important plot points are than what most other people did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What fits into the plot of what is it going to take to make her grow up enough to drink tea with the family?
Well, we hit the tea party for like 3.5 warm minutes and spent more time with the griffin and the mock turtle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some dude she passed by on the way.
Well, because it's Ringo fucking Starr. That's why.
Quick question about that tea party.
Why couldn't he be a better part?
I think maybe a quick question about the whole thing. Why is everybody in this sit on the same side of the table?
Yeah, they're Last Suppering hard.
They really are.
Mm-hmm.
In every scene where there's a table, everybody's on the same side of the table. I think it's probably because of the
they
single
think
camera.
they're on stage. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pro shot.
Yeah. It was
a pro shot. It
really was a pro shot of not a musical.
That shit just usually doesn't read as well. It just doesn't. It's not their fault. Yeah, Roy, I'm gonna go full Lady Bunny, and I'm gonna kill you for this.
Well, this was episode 195, which means we are officially 5 episodes away from hitting episode 200.
We are in the countdown.
Yes. So brace yourself for that. It'll be interesting to see what movie lands as episode 200, because it's going to land in the month that we do our wheels. So who knows who's going to get episode 200? Real quick before we get out of here, a little anecdote for you guys, so you can laugh at my misery.
It's about a 100-year-old adaptation of Alice in Wonderland.
For those who don't know,
1876.
For those who
President
don't know,
Taft plays Humpty Dumpty.
He dies in real life in that performance.
For
he was
those
the president for another 8 months after that. They did not know.
Nobody knew. Yeah, they put him back together again.
They did it.
For those who don't know, I'm wheelchair bound now and getting used to this. And I was in the mall yesterday and I passed by this family and they had their kid in the wheelchair and not in the wheelchair, but in the stroller. And the kid in the stroller then points at me and goes, "Daddy, look, he's in a wheelchair. He's in a stroller too."
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Thanks, kid. Thanks.
I do want to give a rec. We haven't given a rec in a while, and it's it's a real obvious rec, but there's a tie-in to the show. Anybody who can, whether it's through VC Creator or if you still have Shudder or whatever, In Search of Darkness 95 to 2000 is insanely good. It's as good as the 80s, and they have to dig a lot deeper to get to a lot of the 90s nuggets. But one of them they spend a fair amount of time on is The Faculty. So, and a lot of time on the faculty. And it's really interesting and really cool. So, if you can watch it. Those guys deserve all the credit in the world for what the fuck 6 hours. Every one of those documentaries, there's 24 hours of those shits.
I also noticed that you sent a photo that they spent some time talking about Premutos.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
That's how deep they dug. Premutos.
They found it.
They found it and they talked about
us.
it. They had one woman on this thing. So usually you'll have 7 or 8 people talking about a single project, depending on what it is. If it's The Mummy, you have like 12. You know, if it's Scream, you have like 18. She was they talked about 3 Extremes. They talked about Bermudos.
They heard our show. They heard our show and went digging.
They had this one woman she's the only one that would talk about these movies, and I'm like, this woman is a sicko, and I want to meet her. And I found this one woman. It's like, yeah, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about
you are fucking freaking. I respect that.
So I crawled out of my couch. Let's go.
Left my couch to talk about Premutos.
Great. I want to hang out with that woman so hard because then she talks about a whole bunch of stuff I've never seen. That's just like straight to like tape, like movies that these people were making, and I'm like, I want to see those. And then she's like,
"Oh, there's a lot of them in the '90s."
Yeah, and then
straight to Blockbuster.
Bermudos, and I'm like, oh fuck, here we go.
We're gonna give you write down every title you hear
in this 6-hour documentary. You're gonna get 5 minutes on Bermudo, and it's gonna be
incredible.
Enough, baby.
I can't wait till we watch it again.
It's on the wheel. It's on the fucking wheel.
Speaking of 3 Extremes,
no,
I ordered I ordered the 4K restoration from Arrow.
Jesus Christ, Roy.
Sure
and they told me to expect it by tomorrow. Actually,
when they tell you to expect the medication to treat this disorder,
it's coming it's going to be delivered by men with a big butterfly net, and they're going to take you.
I want to tell you though, I'm actually a little more curious to watch the other one that's coming with it, 3, because 3 Extremes turns out to be a sequel. And
tell you about the other first 2 Extremes.
Well, the
first extreme, and it's biling.
The first extreme movie. The first extreme movie is just simply called 3. These are the stories. Korean genre maestro Kim Ji-woon, who gave us A Tale of Two Sisters, opens the trilogy with Memories, where a husband and a wife with no memory on how they fell apart discovers the terrifying truth of their separation.
I thought it was just cats.
In Thai filmmaker Nanzi Nimberberter's Tale of Guilt and Jealousy, The Wheel is about a puppeteer who fears his marionettes are possessed by the spirits of everyone he's wronged.
Probably they are.
Well, if they're all dead, maybe you deserve it.
Finally, in Peter Ho-sun Chan's Going Home, a widowed police officer and his young son move into a new apartment and uncover the chilling secret behind their new neighbor and their comatose wife.
Okay, I'm into it. No, you watch 6 hours of a documentary. At some point, you're zoned, right? You're just kind of in it.
Yeah.
And then you hear biling, and you're like, wait, what?
What?
Lock in real quick. Oh, they are. The quote was, eat all the shrimp dumplings you can before you watch this, because you'll never eat another one. And I'm like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I've eaten a few since.
The dough
I don't know
is
what that
smooth.
says about me.
The dough is smooth like an egg.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me sing to you while you eat this dead baby.
Still my proudest moment. Ever.
Talk about fetus shoe.
Well, fetus shoe was fine. Fetus shoe was fine. That's not my Irish Spring Goodbye is my proudest moment in comedy that I've ever had.
I will say, when I recommend the show to people, there is a flicker of, are they going to get to fetus shoe? Do I care if they get to it? Because if they're a coworker, I care a little.
Know. Oh, you'll know. You'll know.
They get there, I'll know.
All right, gang. So tune in next time. We got a little actually treat for everybody. We're going to do a brief episode. Wasn't planning on doing this, but ran into a 30-minute thing on Tubi that apparently was made for American television in 1983.
It's an episode of Street Sharks.
Not
I know it's
1883.
on
Not,
Tubi.
not on 1983. No.
Oh, it's Cops. Not the TV show, the cartoon Cops.
No,
It's
it's
That
a special.
joke where that guy says, "Y'all are brutalizing me."
It's a special called An Easter Story. We've never really done a true, proper Easter thing on this
Live in
show.
there. That's the trick. It's Doug Henning.
No,
He's behind the rock.
no. Time is running out for the Easter Bunny on the day before the holiday when there's not enough eggs or dye, but maybe 2 young boys have the right answer.
They don't. The end. Wrong.
They shouldn't get an
That's the
adult.
plot. That's the plot.
The theme of March is get an adult.
Yes.
That's the
It
theme of
really is.
So I was just like, we the closest we got to doing something Eastery was Fear No Evil.
Which was stellar, by the way.
So let's actually do something straight on Easter. Originally, I was going to have us do a movie, but the movie was way too long. But dear God, the movie sounds great. It's called Black Easter. And let me read the quick plot synopsis of Black Easter to you. The top scientific minds of the world are brought together to invent a matter transfer machine which accidentally discovers time travel. Soon they realize they must use it to prevent a plot to kill Jesus.
Huh.
Okay.
This was a made in 2021 Christian Scientist movie.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
How you know it's good?
Almost went with this one, but I do not want to subject us to an hour and 54 minutes of this after
Long
we've
time.
experienced 3 hours of Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. It's called Bleaster?
Easter, yes, Black Easter.
Okay.
So instead, we're going to be doing a 30-minute television special that I've never even heard of, even though it came out while I was alive.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Why are you we're on the same show. What are you doing?
I'm
We're
telling us
just gonna
now, good
continue to
luck.
sit here. A peek behind the curtain. We're just going to keep sitting here, and then it's going to happen to us.
Said
In like a
same
minute.
happening at us. It's
Yeah.
happening at us.
We all need the good luck we can get with this. So
Ain't St. Patrick's Day, son. It's Easter.
Ship
Easter's not
has
about good luck.
sailed.
all right, gang. So see y'all next time, and we will talk to you later. Why did I say it like that?
I don't know.
You're being
It's
weird.
weird, but I'm not mad that it
I
was
think
weird.
all at the end though, they're all dead. Like everybody in Alice in Wonderland's dead. The Jabberwocky has fucking killed everybody.
Yeah, it's
Wait a minute.
Jabberwocky
Before we
walking-
end this
They're
episode,
ghosts.
We're
Just
coming
waving.
back.
hold on. We're going back. Hold on. Before we end this
Shit.
episode,
That's what it is.
no, before we end this episode, the ending to this fucking thing. I've seen some shitty ways to end Alice in Wonderland, but with this one, after everything the residents of Wonderland put this little bitch through, and she finally gets back to the real world, and her family is like, you get to have tea. She's walking away, and suddenly she hears from the mirror, Alice,
No.
can you hear us? Don't miss us. We love you.
And
I'm
you're
like, your fucking psychosis is continuing.
you're wrong, Roy. And here's why you're wrong. The Dinsians of Wonderland were just living their fucking lives like they do every single fucking day. And this little bitch rolls into their world and fucks it all up. There's a scene where she's at her normal height and everybody's tiny, and it just happened. And then she's tiny again. She's fucking finding
No one
shit.
talks about it.
She found flowers that talk, and then she'd shit on them. She shit on those flowers.
Not literally.
Maybe.
Speaking of shit, why is it every time she grew and shrank, she was holding her stomach like she had diarrhea?
Probably hurts.
Yeah, but like he had diarrhea?
Stretches out your uterus. You would know about these things.
On that
Did
note,
you think she didn't have one?
on that
Still
note,
have one.
It's funny you would think that, Roy. It's funny you wouldn't think about her uterus.
Wow.
Wow.
We just got out of Women's Month.
Wow.
Wow. My cat's climbing on me for reasons unknown.
Please
Please stop climbing on me. Please stop climbing on me.